What is up, guys? MX Trouble here. Today I am back again with another video. As you can see by today's title, we are going to be fixing up my 150 and bringing this thing back to the channel. And yes, my gas cap is missing its fuel line. I lost it while I was riding in the trails, ripping it up. But yeah, I got some parts here. We're going to be putting them on the bike. Let's see if we can get this thing started today. All right, guys. So first thing we're going to be looking into is the spark plug. So first you got to just pull this thing off, this yellow thing right here. Then you got to get your, your spark plug wrench. Just twist it out of here. If my camera can focus. It's not focusing up. There it is. You put this thing on there, and you just twist it to the left, lefty-loosey. And yeah, let's go take this thing off, put the new spark plug in. Got it. Alright, so this thing... Now, I did just take the spark plug off a little earlier, and I kicked it over a few times. Ran for like a couple seconds. Now I'm taking it out again. This thing looks a little fouled. It is fouled because I tried starting it, but it wouldn't start. So we're going to be replacing it. Let's see how this thing runs after. You want to make sure it's snug. You don't want it too tight. Getting this thing stuck in your motor would be a pain. Right. Next thing we're going to be looking after is my air filter. So what you got to do is you got to take this bolt out right here, or a screw. I lost mine while I was riding as well, so all I have to do is just pull this pan out. Pull it sideways like that. Actually kind of convenient if I ever need to get into that. I don't have a screwdriver, but you'll need it anyway to get these bolts out. The other ones fell out too, so I put these other bolts in and they work just as fine. So once you get those out, it would look like this. So I actually just rinsed my air filter, dried it, and oiled it a couple days ago. So it should be good. Now I know this isn't the right size air filter. Usually it's like a lot bigger. When I got this bike, I didn't know what year it was. I thought it was a 2008. Now the 04 and the 08 models are different. Mine is an 04, so I accidentally got the wrong air filter. Even the graphics I got wrong, but they actually turned out pretty good. So yeah, that's what you gotta do. To take this out, you just unfold that. Pull it out like that. If it's... Yeah, it's really clean. So yeah, the air filter's good. Let's try and get that back in there. It's kind of hard to do when you're holding your camera, recording at the same time. So after that's in, let's check. You checked it, it's clean. That's perfect. You can seal that back on. Don't need to worry about that. Then you're all good. So yeah, now that it's all put back together, the one thing that I think, the problem that I think this had was it wasn't the spark plug or the air filter. It was, I think it's most likely the carburetor. And that, oh, it's my little brother in the background. I think it's mostly the carburetor's fault because I've taken this off many times. I tried to find out what the problem was, but I could just never figure it out. I'm guessing since I know it runs too rich because the plugs foul all the time. Those spark plugs. It's got to be running too rich. Maybe the floats are stuck, or maybe it could be because maybe the thing that holds the floats is leaking. So maybe I'll have to get a carburetor rebuild kit. But I did notice that there was a seal right here near the intake area is missing. But that would result in an air leak, and that would kind of help in this case because it's getting more air in, but it's still not helping at all. One more thing you could do though is this air filter fuel screw right here. If you turn that to the right, I believe it lets more air in. 2 to 2.5 is about optimal for a good running bike. For idle set, then you just set the fuel screw. but I'll probably have to run it while it's running too rich, because I just kind of want to ride it again. And now that we're putting new spark plugs, clean air filters in, also I'm getting, well, I have new brake parts, so I'm going to be putting that in. Haven't had new rear brakes since November. And then next I will be putting on these handguards. So let's see what this will look like on the bike. I think it'll look pretty good. All right, guys, now we're going to be installing my new brake parts on this. We'll be doing the handguards last. So let me get this open and let's start installing. So I got the things open. Shout out to Babbitt's hooking us up with the OEM parts. One of the largest OEM part companies in the world for like Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, you name it. Mainly dirt bikes, quads, any vehicle that's off-roading, they have the OEM part for, which is really nice. Anyway, I'm going to tear this open and we'll start installing these new brake parts onto the bike finally. Right there, got these parts. So I just pulled up an explosion diagram. So the way you're supposed to put this on is you put this washer in first till that stops right there. Then you put your spring on. Next you slide this through that right here. But you have to put in here while doing that, so it'll stay connected through this. After that, you're supposed to get this part, and that's what allows you to tighten or loosen your brake. After you're finished putting this on, the way I got this in is I did this. I pushed this brake down, which made this be right here, and it gave me enough slack to put this through that. After that, you get your nut. And this is, you put it on, and that's how you tighten your drum brake. Yeah, pretty simple. All right, now that I put the brake parts on, next I will be cutting this open and installing these new handguards onto the bike. I cannot wait. Now that we got this cut open with those handy dandy scissors, this will require an Allen wrench, as you can see by those bolts right there. They require Allen wrenches, you can see. You can tell. You see right there, Allen wrenches. So yeah, let's go put these onto the bike. Alright guys, so I got the first handguard on. So all you have to do, there's like a little clamp that goes around this. You just push that in, put it around the bar so that this metal doesn't scrape the bar. After you put that on, you put these clamps on, pull these bolts tight, adjust them wherever you want on the bar. Put this screw in, and that's a full handguard for you. So yeah, now that I got the hang of it, I will be installing it on the other side on camera. Hopefully it'll be good. I think it'll look amazing. So yeah, let's get installing. All right, now that this is on, let's take these bolts off so we can put it on that. All right, that is looking good. Looking good. All right, now we just need to take this out and then put that bolt through this point right here and slap it on. Wow, that was better than I can ever imagine. I am so excited to ride this. It's looking good. But yeah, hopefully I can order a carburetor rebuild kit to get this thing running good. But yeah, maybe I could do a little test ride on this thing. See how it runs with some new brakes that actually work. Nice handguards and the new spark plug. All right guys, now that I got the bike now that I got it running, let's go do a test ride. It's already warmed up.